morning, everyone. As always, rise with a destination. Salute. As always, I hope everybody's out here moving in prayer, and you woke up in prayer, and you're being safe, productive, and profitable. I hope you the roads are treating you well. All right. Today's video is going to be about vetting carrier companies. I know a lot of us, we get into this business. Probably 90% of us, we get into the business. We come to we get our MC, we get all our credentials, which is great. And then we realize that those first couple of months, anywhere from 90 days to 6 months, can be very, very difficult. So the solution to that, for the majority of us, and myself, that was myself included, is sign on to a carrier company. Sign on to a carrier company, and that's with the expectation of getting you loads, getting you moving, keeping you going, so that way you're generating income. Now, I think a lot of times what we don't do is we don't realize our business is our baby. So the same way, like when you have a child, and it's time for them to go to daycare so you can get back to your regular line of work situation and employment situation to provide for them. So you put them in daycare, and now it's time to get back to your you have to vet. You have the right to vet and interview daycare providers. You don't just go with any daycare provider because they're closest to your house or whatever the case may be. Don't get me wrong, you want that type of convenience, but the best daycare provider might be the furthest away from your house. So you just want the best for your child. So it's the same thing with your business. You want the best for your business. You want the carrier company that's going to be able to provide the best for you. So please, I'm going to take these glasses off for a second. My eyes adjust a little bit. Give me a second. But you want the best for you and your business and your baby, your situation, right? So, so what I like to suggest to people is this. One, you're a business, you're an entity. They don't work for you, you don't work for them. This is a partnership. Remember that. Please remember that. Know and remember that. Believe that, know that wholeheartedly. That you are a business, right? And this is a partnership. So it should be a one hand wash the other. Their job is to provide for you the same as well as you're providing for them. By you doing the work for them helps them build great relationships and a good rapport with certain companies out here. And them, booking work for you, taking that weight off your shoulder and booking work for you and dispatching work to you is them doing a service for you. Correct? Correct. All right, so, but there's a lot more to it. And the sad part about it is the lot more to it is the part that we don't get until we're already in with them. We're already feeling neglected or feeling underserved or feeling misused or feeling everything that we're not supposed to feel in a partnership, right? So these are a few things that should help you pick the right carrier company. One, ask them, do they provide a rate card to you when after booking or even after delivery? At some point during the process, do they provide a rate card to you so you'll know what your load was booked at, the number that your load was booked at? It's not hard. It's a yes or no question. If they start dancing around the bush, hang up. That's not the company for you. You want to know that your 70 cents per mile is coming off the right number. Say, because mind you, that's a lot of them paying 70, 80 cents. So if they booked it for $1,000, if they booked a 800-mile run for $1,000, your 80%, your 80 cents would be $800. But if they tell you they only booked that 800-mile run for $800, now your 80 cents is $640. You see the difference? You just lost $160 because you don't have factual evidence as to what they booked this load for. So one, make sure that carrier company provides you with an RC. That is short for rate con, which is short for rate confirmation. Rate confirmation, it is a confirmation, it is a piece of paper that has confirmed the rate that this load was booked for. That's one. Two, to me, this is super, super, super duper important, which is make sure that carrier, that dispatcher, that carrier service, dispatching service, whatever you want to call them, because they provide loads to you, so they're dispatching loads to you. Make sure they have people, they're open 24/7. Period. Make sure that's somebody you can communicate with. Because loads drop 24/7. So if they're gonna leave, if they are a 9 to 5 company, right, or a 9 to 6 company, or even a 9 to 9 company, right? 9 to 9 means that they left 9 hours of potential loads in your area that they do not have access to. And if they're only 9 to 5, I pray for you. God bless your heart, because now they're only open when they're competing with the bulk of all the other brokers, shippers, dispatchers, courier services. They're open when all the competition. You're in a Royal Rumble. You're in a Battle Royal / Royal Rumble for loads every day. And that's part of the reason why you're getting such a low rate, because they're having to bid at such a low number that they can't even get you a solid rate. They got to bid at a low number just to be able to compete in this Royal Rumble of load competition, right? So make sure they're 24/7. The reason I say that is because when they're 24/7, now you can, that gives extra hours for you to leverage your value throughout the course of the day. I do other videos further explaining that, but some people may already know what I mean by that. It's a lot about the 24/7. I'm probably going to do one whole video about 24/7, the pros of having a 24/7 courier company, or dispatcher, whatever the case may be. So you want one that's 24/7, 7 days a week. You got some that actually close on the weekends. That's an automatic red flag. If they're not 24/7, and if they are not open on the weekends, you do not want to have anything to do with those carrier services. So remember, you got to get a rate card sheet, and you do have to they should be 24/7. Another thing, no contract, no exclusive binding contracts. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. For more than one reason. Just the timeline alone. Because by the time you decide to sign on with a carrier, you're probably already in month 1 or month 2 of your MC. That's normally when we start to roll shows. When you sign on to a carrier, right? So mind you, that contract is probably going to be for a year. So of exclusive running with them. And a lot of times that is exclusivity agreement has a lot of stuff in it that does not benefit you. It is completely selfish, and the scales are heavily tipped in favor of the courier service or courier company. You don't want that. This is your business. You're allowing them to get in the driver's seat of your business completely. Like, you're not even in the passenger seat no more. You had an exclusivity agreement. You're just sitting on the bus stop waiting for them to pick you up in your own vehicle. That's it. Look, you're not even in the car with them no more. They own you. Rooter to the tutor. Period, point blank. Do not allow yourself to end up in any exclusive contract or agreement with a courier company. There is one exception to that. That is, if this courier company has an ironclad contract with a huge corporation. That's it, which guarantees them loads to outsource to you. That's it. That's the only way. And mind you, that's something that they would tell you, and they would have to prove it to you that they have this exclusive agreement with Pepsi or Coke or Sunbelt or so-and-so studios or so-and-so industries, like whatever the case may be. They need to show you something saying that we are an affiliate, we are attached to XYZ, and we get first choice at whatever loads they provide. And they would most definitely have something to do with that. Other than that, you don't get into an exclusive agreement with anybody. Any type of binding agreement with any type of courier company, dispatching company, anything. Do not do it. You do not do it. Okay? If they want you to wrap your vehicle up or put some type of logo or promo on your vehicle for their company, no problem. Pay me for that. That's it. You don't do free promotion for any company. You ask for payment for that. Okay? So I just went down a couple things to utilize to help vet carrier companies to decide which companies you're going to go with. And then also, like we all do, put out, talk to people, share it on social media, ask people, look up the company, look at their reviews, go to their Google reviews, look on LinkedIn, Pinterest, look wherever, any social media outlet. These companies should have a social media footprint somewhere. Go look at it. Just take their name and put it in the searches in any search engine and see what pops up. See what people are saying about it. If some people are saying the same things, the same negative things, then you can probably believe that's true. If some people are saying the same positive things, you can probably believe that's to be true. But ultimately you're going to end up having your own experience with them. So that's it. That's my whole spiel on vetting carrier companies. I would also, like to say, you can always holler at me 24/7. You can talk to me whenever. Yeah, my drivers get to call me whenever, at any time. They know if they don't get me on the phone in that minute, they will hear from me within the hour, whether that be via text or return phone call. And that gives them a level of comfort, as opposed to, when you're signed onto a carrier, you're just sitting waiting. They're not giving you no updates. They're not telling you what they're bidding on, how long they've been bidding. You don't know what they're doing. You have no idea. You're just waiting for your phone to ring. My drivers can call me. They can ask for updates. I don't mind sending them screenshots of the loads I bid on, the loads I've worked on, all of that. When I say worked on, I mean sometimes it's conversation. Sometimes they're looking to give you a load and it's a negotiation process. Sometimes you miss on the negotiation. Sometimes they discover something that doesn't fit the criteria. They might want a bulkhead, which is this board behind me. They might want a divider between you and the freight. They may not want one, and you might have one. Broker checks. I've gotten, and sometimes just in the process, you get, sometimes a carrier will, a shipper or a broker will respond so fast to a load request that you'll forget some of your own steps. And then you go to do a broker check. You're this close to locking it down. You do a broker check, and they're horrible at paying people. So they fail a broker check with your factoring company. So it's a lot of things are happening behind the scene that you don't know about. You have no idea that this carrier service, or this dispatcher, is really working hard on your behalf to acquire loads. So, and sometimes you want that to be, to comfort your thought process, at least for a little bit of time. It's still part of the vetting process. You want to know that they're working hard for you. Let's just say your first 2 weeks, you're like, okay, cool, like they really doing their thing. My guys, I let them. Unfortunately, right now I don't have any women signed on to me. The last 2 women I had, one went on and did our own thing, and both of them did. So right now, it's going to say guys. Right now, the guys I have signed on to me, they know they can call me, talk to me about anything, and they get so many other little gems and stuff from me. Because yes, I offer mentorship, but once you locked in with me, you locked in with me. What I mean by that is once we're already a partnership, and I'm dispatching loads to you, you can call me and ask me anything. I'm gonna tell you. I don't care if that's something that I'm selling in the mentorship. You know what I mean? Like, no, if you ask me something 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you. 9 times out of 10, maybe. And if you ask me something you're too new, I'm gonna hold back on some information, but I'm also open about that. So listen, I can't tell you that. That's something I normally share, during the mentorship. You know what I mean? There's 3 different tiers of my mentorship, but that's not what this video is about. The only part of everything I just said that pertains to this video is you can also sign on with me. You can also sign on with me. I apologize for not having my seatbelt on right now. I need to throw my leg up, and it just gets very uncomfortable. So I just took my seatbelt off before I started the video. But I am buckle back up. Just stick to my own words. Hopefully everybody's out here being safe, productive, and profitable. Being productive and profitable, gotta make sure I'm being safe. So everybody, I hope that helped you out with the carrier services, carrier/dispatch services, and just reminded you that you're a business now. You're not working for them, you're working with them. And that's what a lot of drivers allow these brokers, shippers, carrier services to make them feel like they're an employee. But God knows if spit hits the fan, they're not going to treat you like an employee. There's no benefits, there's no none of that. So remember, it's a partnership. You have a right to vet these companies. You have a right to ask them a billion and one questions. Don't let nobody rush you into nothing. You don't have to be in no contract. And everything is a negotiation when it's two businesses. So mind you, I don't even care what their policies and procedures are. You know, sometimes you can challenge that stuff to make it fit your comfort level, your comfort zone. You know, and get them to sign an agreement saying that, okay, they're waiving that for you. Like, literally, you really can. You can go ask for whatever you want. I think that's the piece that we all forget. You are running a business. You know what you want your business model to be. You know what it's going to take for you to run your business comfortably and successfully. Do not allow some partnership to put you in a situation where you're not able to do that. All right? All right. So I hope everybody got some good gems from this. You guys have a blessed day. Please, 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 when you wake up, before you start your day and get your wheels rolling, send a prayer. Send a prayer to whatever high power you want to believe in. But pray, get out here, be safe, productive, and profitable. And each one teach one. Each one teach one. That's it. And do for somebody else what somebody has done for you. Share information with the next man or woman to help them, you know, evolve in their space in this industry of ours. Okay? All right. Everybody have a blessed one. I'm going to strap back up, lock in 100% on this road, and check on these loads of my drivers. All right. Everybody, salute.